Ties Living Lab was established in 2020 with the aim of tackling the systemic issues that obstruct the use, integration and adoption of innovation in transport infrastructure, projects that would cut costs, drive productivity and deliver wider social and carbon benefits.
In many respects, Ties was ahead of its time. Since then, Whitehall, if you like, have caught up, and the IPA, the Infrastructure Projects Authority Cabinet Office, have introduced various initiatives to look at how to extend efficiency programmes across all of the Whitehall public sector projects. And I want to see those Ties initiatives carry on through those cross Whitehall programmes. We have got the drive for net zero to reduce the carbon, not just tailpipe carbon, what people put in their cars in terms of fuel and petrol and diesel, but also in terms of the carbon dioxide generated by major building projects, which is significant. So we've got the net zero burning platform. We've also got the issue of inflation, and energy costs are of course pushing up the cost of steel and concrete enormously. We have also got, as you hinted at, the impact on the rail industry, on public transport of COVID. And the reality is we have only seen about 75% of passenger numbers, or numbers return to roughly 75% of what they were before the pandemic. And that has put a real pressure on the industry because so much of our cost is fixed. So we have got to find ways of reducing those costs, including the way we build infrastructure. The way I see it, Ties was exactly what it says on the tin, a strategy, a bringing together of representations from all of the Department of Transport's arm's length bodies and from Transport for London to work collaboratively on finding ways of delivering infrastructure more efficiently. The purpose of the Living Lab, as I see it primarily, is to provide demonstrators that can actually prove that we can do these things. So it's really taking something that was relatively theoretical and desk-based and turning it into practical solutions. So I think we've seen some fantastic effort put in by our individual arm's length bodies. So Transport for London, for example, with its signalling equipment rooms, Network Rail with its footbridge. The beauty of these things for me is that they are applicable to other industries, to other transport modes in particular. So I'd like to see, as I sort of challenged one of the conferences sessions today, was I'd like to see National Highways and HS2 now take the Ava footbridge design and adopt that for the majority of its bridges, and Network Rail to be using TfL signalling equipment rooms. So I think that's the next step and my ambition and hope for the programme going forward.